Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is going over some of the latest Trackmania news and the patch notes for the update that will be coming tomorrow on the 27th. First of all, we'll be starting out with somewhat older news. I mean, older, only came out a little bit over a week ago, and that is Trackmania joining the Esports World Cup this year. This has been talked about plenty across, wherever Trackmania is talked about, Discord, Reddit, Twitter. Yeah, basically, 32 players competing for a $500,000 prize pool. It is hosted by, not great stuff going over there in Saudi Arabia, which has been, again, what most people have been talking about. Really, my opinion and what I want to say about that is what I also said in my Discord, and that is that the pro players in this game have been playing for so long, at least the majority of them, for very little esports prize pool, so I can't really fault any of them for wanting to join this tournament. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this. Again, it is a little bit of news that is on the older side at this point. But this is something that was released today here. Trackmania takes the Esports Nations Cup stage, so this is something different, it seems. Yeah, it must be, because this has a lower prize pool at $250,000. Yeah, it seems it's holding the same spot, it looks like, though. So 2 tournaments in basically the same exact area. Same thing applies as what I said last time. Again, 32 players competing. Yeah, so $750,000 basically in prize pool money for 2 upcoming tournaments for Trackmania there. Not really what I'm super interested in, but hey, it is what it is. Next up that was released is Cup of the Week. Okay, something different here. Cup of the Week is a weekly competition that is played in the knockout game mode on blue, red, and black tracks of the current seasonal official campaign. Okay, new Cup. Cup of the Week takes place every Saturday at 5 p.m. CET, so that is, I think, 2 hours before Cup of the Day. I'm not super familiar what time the Cup of the Day is actually at in CET, but I do believe that is 2 hours before Cup of the Day. I need to connect by the time it starts. Okay. Qualification is the same as Cup of the Day. So basically, you got 15 minutes to qualify with your best time possible. Still 64 players max per division. Knockout phase seems, yeah, self-explanatory. Knockout format, blue and red tracks. So black tracks, I guess, will be different. Same rules as Cup of the Day for blue and red tracks, but black tracks, slightly different. There are 24 rounds of KO2 and 15 of KO1. 64 to 70 players, 2 knockouts per round. 16 to 2 is 1 per round. Okay, so that's what KO2 and KO1 means. Gotcha. During the Cup of the Week, we'll have 2 occasions to earn trophies during the qualification phase and during the knockout phase. For the qualification phase, it is simple. The higher you are placed, the bigger your reward will be. There's a nonsensical trophy system. For the knockout mode, it will depend on 2 factors, the level of your server and the rank in your server. Basically the same as it is now for a Cup of the Days. Some more trophy shenanigans. Points earned from the Black Cup of the Week, EWC, and ENC in-game qualification. The 10 Cups of the Week on black tracks during the winter and spring seasons play a central role in the qualification process for those cups. All 10 events are part of the Trackmania Elite Cup, which they haven't talked about here, but there is an article coming up, which serves as the open in-game qualifier to those. All right, I do have that pulled up already. The Trackmania Elite Cup. We just read this, the 10 Cup of the Weeks on the black tracks during the winter and spring seasons will go towards qualification. The top 8 players will qualify for the EWC. The top 16 will qualify for the ENC. No registration or prior qualifications required. Competition servers are open to everyone. except people... that's interesting. To everyone. Because the campaign tracks, the blue, red, and black tracks, you have to pay for them. Unless they're going to announce that the campaign is now free for everybody. We shall see, but open to everybody. But if you can't play them, well, it's not mandatory to play all 10 black Cup of the Week tracks. I keep messing up Cup of the Week, Cup of the Day, Cup of this, Cup of that. To be eligible for the Elite Cup ranking, they'll close on May 31st. Just going over the ranks and points you get for them here. It'll give some of your top 5 results. All right. The calendar. All right. So we have Elite Cup China. I'm a little bit confused by what this is all about. Elite Cup China, Saturday, February 14th. I mean, this is just going week by week, I guess. I guess they're maybe themed, more themed. Yeah, because you can see the tracks in the background. This one is like pandas, bamboo, the Eiffel Tower here. The USA one. This looks like New York City in the background. That's the World Trade Center, I believe it's going to be. Brazil. I can't really tell what's going on there. In Greece, we got Greek gods, I suppose. To learn how to play Elite Cup matches, we already looked at that article. And then you can look at the rule book if you want to. I'm not going to be looking at the rule book. All right, that is enough of that article. The next one they released, Prestige Skins Update. What's new? Okay. Hopefully something better. These skins... but they still got the text on them. At least the text blends in a little bit more. Just looking at the skins in general, like you see like on the back here, on the sides as well. I just don't like that text on there. I think it looks a bit goofy, but they are better than seasons past. I will say that. Before, they stuck out like a sore thumb. They did not look very good, and that's the main reason why I didn't use any of the latest prestige skins from like the past 3 or 4 seasons. They just have that super big label on there, and I thought it looked pretty ugly. Those don't look terrible though. All right, but Trackmania's Prestige skin system has been part of the game since 2022. Has it? I thought it came out in 2023. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. Giving players a rewarding way to showcase their skills. Yeah, just saying what the Prestige skins are. Seasonal Prestige skins and ranked Prestige skins. This all looks exactly the same as what it was before. What does this even explain to us? Anything new here? Ranked prestige skins, ranked prestige skins again to continue to our players. This literally told us nothing new. What's new? It even says in the title what's new, but I don't see anything here. The seasonal prestige system has been refined. Okay, well I guess I see it. The bronze, gold, and silver have lesser maximum levels, I suppose, because I think before they were all... It was either... it might have been 13 for all of them. But now it's 13 for Master, 11 for Gold, Silver only gets 9, and Bronze only gets 7. Not sure I like that all that much, because I like using some Gold, Silver, and Bronze Prestige skins, especially since I don't always get all the Master levels, and I just like having all the lights light up, so maybe I'll continue using the older wheels that has all the lights. But that, really not a huge change there. A little bit different, but not much. All right, another article on esports. Is this going to give us anything different? Talk about the Esports World Cup. We talk about Esports Nations Cup. Already talked about that. Yeah, Elite Cup, the Cup of the Weeks. I guess we'll see here. EWC and ENC map pool is just using winter and spring black tracks. But it says it will feature. And maybe there'll be more, but it looks like it just kind of means it'll just be black tracks, which is interesting. Community esports events. Kind of a nothing article there. I guess if you didn't see the other 2 esports articles, it gives you a very quick synopsis. But here is just the straight up update notes for the updates releasing tomorrow on the 27th. Tomorrow marks a special moment, the 20th anniversary of Trackmania Nations ESWC that started the esports journey in Trackmania. After the announcement of Trackmania the Esports World Cup and the Esports Nations Cup, we're very happy to continue the celebration with a new game update tomorrow. Alright, and we're going to have a trailer here, so let me mute this music real quick. And let's take a look at this. Sure that's 1440p? Ooh, what is this? New vistas. 4 new vistas. Alright. Blue Bay, Green Coast, Red Island, and White Shore. Weekly Grand Track with new game mode, new season, prestige progression, with more medals to reach the top. Maybe more tracks. Cup of the Week on campaign tracks. That's awesome. I'm glad they added new environments. I didn't see what that said there. Weekly Grand Enduro. Endurance Cup. Said something there every Sunday. That looks like a very long track. Every Sunday again. Yeah, new environments were much needed. Push limits on black tracks. Climb top ladders. Qualify for World Esports events. All right, that is the trailer. Interesting stuff there. Oop, didn't mean to start that again. Playing 4 new stunning vistas. Enjoy racing a new style with the weekly Grand Track and Grand Enduro online races. Progress more smoothly thanks to new distribution of medals and updated prestige skin systems. Cup of the Week. Alright, and more stuff on the black tracks to climb the top ladders. I need a break here to take a drink. I've been talking a lot. Alright, new vistas. We have White Shore, Nordic vibes with snowy trees and frozen scenery. Green Coast, lush European valleys. Red Island, American canyons. Hoodoos? Hodoos? I have never seen this word in my life. In sparse vegetations. Blue Bay, Asian tropical lagoons, palm trees, and sunny beaches. Yeah, I try to make this point a bunch of times in the when we were watching the trailer. I just couldn't finish it because everything else kept popping up. But yeah, I feel like new environments have been much needed. Yeah, because it's either been the stadium background, the void background, or someone trying to make something custom, which in my opinion hasn't looked great. They look fine, but like I just feel like they don't really mesh well with the game, especially if they're done in like Blender or something. I don't think it looks fantastic, but that's just my opinion. The Winter 26 campaign is 25 new tracks will include these vistas. Vista blocks will also be available in the editor. Special macro blocks on consoles. Grand Track every Sunday at 6 p.m. CET. I think that's 1 hour before track of the day, such cup of the day. Dive into a 10-lap race designed for new racing experience. Free of obstacles, you'll compete against 31 other cars, starting from 32nd position, and your goal is to overtake all of them. Interesting. I feel like there was some type of mode, not exactly like this, but something a little bit similar. I can't remember. Interesting, though. This feature is available to all players with starter access. Okay, so free for everybody. New progression. Okay, so the white and green tracks remain free and unlocked for everyone, but you need 10 bronze medals, 10 silver, and then 10 gold to unlock the subsequent tracks. I wonder if that means that the rest of the tracks are now free as well if you get those medals, or if it's still paid. It doesn't really say that. Maybe it'll say later on, I don't know. But I feel like they just need to be a little bit more clear on some stuff they have said in some of these articles we've read. To the prestige skins, progression has changed. From now on, the medals you earn in the weekly tracks, shorts, plus the new grand track and the grand enduro races has been taken into account. All right. 2 weekly cups. Okay, so there's the Cup of the Week, which again we've talked about already. Grand Enduro is Sunday. Dude, there's like so many times you got to remember now. It's like Saturdays at 5, Sundays at 4. I think it like said Sundays at like 6 or something. Dude, there's too many times going on right now. The Grand Enduro every Sunday at 4. Isn't that also when shorts release? Shit. There's too much stuff going on. Got to get used to the new scheduling when everything starts to release. Push limits on black tracks. Black tracks are inspired by previous esport routes from the Trackmania competitive circuits. You'll find clear and distinct challenges, track identities for players to master and spectators to enjoy. They offer a visual identity inspired by different countries, bringing a unique flavor to each race. For Winter 26, the black tracks will take inspiration from China, France, US, Brazil, and Greece. Oh, that's just going to be the end of the article there. That was the last article that we had to go over. Do I need to recap it all? 2 Esports Cups, 4 new vistas, slight change to prestige skins, weekly grand track, weekly enduro race, new black tracks. I think that's everything. That was a lot to go over. I did not expect to take this long going over all this. Thought the articles would be a little bit shorter and there would be less repeating. But yeah, very interesting. A lot of new stuff coming to the game. I'm excited to see, what is all going to be about. I do think the campaign needed a little bit of an upgrade in difficulty to encourage more hunting, because as they were in the past, I just kind of got the author medals and moved on. There wasn't really much there in terms of enjoyment to hunting those tracks, at least for me. So I think an upgrade in difficulty on the black tracks will be nice. I'm not sure what to think about the grand tracks and enduro stuff until I get a chance to play it. So we will be seeing that on the channel here in the future. But I don't know what else to say. That was a lot of stuff to go over. Of course, let me know how you feel about all this in the comments below. But thank you all so much for watching. That is going to be it here for today. Be sure to like the video and subscribe as well. And I will see you guys maybe live tomorrow here on YouTube as well as Twitch with the next Trackmania update. See you guys later.